meets the eye. Autobots wait.
What up, YouTube? It's your boys, the Icons of Icon.
I'm JJ Tron. Wait.
No, I'm
Wait,
JJ Tron. I'm JJ Tron.
That's
you're,
right.
You're.
My name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
So as you can see, a thing happened.
Bit.
Some happened a couple days ago. Got a call about some trashy Transformers and just couldn't see these going anywhere else but right here to your favorite home for vintage toys, Transformer Land.
That's right.
So we'll talk a little more about each one. We're gonna flip the camera on you guys real quick, and we'll have a little discussion about what we got going.
Little discussion, just
Yeah.
a tiny one.
Tiny one, little bit. This hurt though. This one cheap.
It hurt a little bit.
It hurt
Hey,
my
man,
back.
These are nice.
Hurt my back. I don't know if it's allowed on YouTube, but if anyone's looking for a kidney, what's your blood type?
Bad moon rising.
Bad moon rising. All right, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. All right, guys, so you're going to get a little close-up here. Target Master Misfire. This is probably the worst condition of all the stuff that we picked up. I don't know if you guys can see, but right here, if I can catch the glare right, there you go. Got a little veining all the way across. All the way across that guy. He is not tape sealed. He is tape sealed on one side. I don't know if you guys can see that, but between my fingers is the tape. So this would be considered wide tape, which I believe you guys can hit me up in the comments and check with your other folks. I believe that means it is the second release of Misfire. Still, 1987, 86, I think. He's got a little bit of a, I call it a light flap crease, maybe moderate on there. Take a look at the box art on the back.
And let me add to this, as you say the worst of the bunch, it's still pretty freaking nice.
It's still pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's still pretty nice. I've seen worse items. You see, it's definitely been open. You got a color break right there. That's a good shot of that color break. Yeah. Opened up on the right side, but all in all,
still sealed.
I mean, it's
still sealed.
Still content sealed on the bubble. You can see Aimless in there. There's a little double barrel Target Master guide.
If we got a graded, it would be a Q, right?
No, it would not grade.
Oh, it still get a red label.
It still get a red label just because it's tape cut, and the toy itself has never been open.
Yeah.
So it would still get a red label, but.
And what do you think it would get? Like.
I would say 70 plus or 75. I mean, AFA's getting pretty tight on their grades, I think.
Yeah.
So it's I've seen worse. I've seen big recent grades with a big corner crunch here.
Yeah.
That still commanded an 80. I know that there was recently, I'm trying to think who it was, Squeeze Play maybe, that just came back from a friend who had it graded. But yeah, that's piece number one, guys.
Friend? What was that all about? You got a friend?
I have acquaintance?
Somebody you know?
A person I know. I know them, they know me.
See, now that's more believable.
Does that count? Does that count?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Is it lonely out there all by yourself?
Sometimes.
Is it?
Yeah.
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 You want a hug? Later?
Now, let's do it now.
Oh,
okay.
all right.
Nice. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate
That's
that,
for
man.
you, buddy.
Thank you.
That's for you. Why don't you show them what else we got?
Okay, let's show them something else. Transformer?
Yeah, let's show them a Transformer.
All right, here we go. It is Gold Cruncher. And this one's really super nice. You can see a little wear and tear here. There's a little wear and tear.
A little edge wear. Another tape cut guy?
Another tape cut, yeah. And this is the smaller tape. Let's see if we can get this a little bit closer, kind of right there.
Yeah. So let's see. Hold that right there for a second. Let's see if we can cross our arms and cross our paths, and you guys can definitely see the difference in the thickness and tape in that shot.
So that's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Right
Thin
there.
and thick tape.
So it's been open. So would you say this has been open or just tape cut?
It's definitely been opened. We'll tilt you up, and you can definitely see the color break on the flap right there. So for those of you who don't know, that's a good way to tell, especially with later series stuff, if it has been opened and retaped or resealed, which if it's been opened and the contents are still sealed, it will still grade a red label. It just may not fetch as much in value just because it has been tape cut.
Tape
Where
cut.
a lot
And some
of
people say tape pop, right?
yeah, tape pop. There's a difference between tape pop and
not.
tape cut. Like the tape, it'll dry up. The glue on
And
the
just
tape,
pops
the
off.
adhesive, it'll dry up and it'll pop. You know,
Yeah.
I have a swoop that way.
Yeah.
Never been open, no color break, but
Tape pop.
tape pop.
Okay. And so moving on, here's a little bit more wear right there. So
Probably a price tag.
yeah,
little
peeled
damage
off.
to it,
Yeah,
peeled off.
Yep. So we'll come around to the back here, and now I don't really see any. Do you see any?
There's if we
edge-
catch the light right, it's starting.
Yeah, like a little bit of a bend.
A little bit right there.
Right there.
A little bit of creasing, a little veining right there, but not a full on flap crease. I mean it warped a little bit, but no color break on it. It's not taking the color off of the box art, so
Yep.
good sign there.
Then we'll come flip it over here, and let me lift this up a little bit. Now you can see it's still
Strong
Silllt.
tape seal right here.
Yeah. Nice and Silllt.
Silllt.
And this looks pretty good. And then we'll go back to the bottom of the toy. And I haven't really looked at the bottom of these yet, so
Yeah, not a lot of shelf wear on these
No.
guys.
I mean that's nice for sitting on this shelf.
I mean, who bought this thing and just put it in a box for
This is sick, people.
30, 40 years? I mean, who did that?
Yeah,
I didn't
Isn't
do
that
it.
sweet? So what are you thinking on this for a grade 80? 80 plus?
I think this one has a legit shot at an 80.
Yeah.
I think for sure an 80 on that guy. Little bit of wear. We'll kind of take away from the Masters series for a minute. We're going to get into some Combaticons. Now, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but this is your favorite combiner, is it not?
I like it.
So
It's not my favorite, but it's one of them.
we got Swindell, and as you guys can see, I mean, this is a extremely flat card. I mean, the bubble on this guy, no yellowing whatsoever. I mean, that is a minty piece. So take a look at the punch. Really clean punch on the card. So a little bit of damage. It's hard to see it in the picture, but there's a little bit of crease right there. A little scuffing maybe. Go to the back of the card, and again, there's just not a lot. There's a little damage there. I don't even know if this ever had a price tag on it. Like, I don't even think it hung on a peg. Like, it is just super clean. Minty right there. Nimmy.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it is 100% Silllt all the way around. But yeah, that would be 1985.
Yeah, and that where you were talking about that little spot right there, I wonder if that was a price tag there. Like maybe peeled it or something.
And then just got pilt
Pilt.
off. But yeah, another super clean G1 transformer.
All right, and up next we're gonna stay with the same theme, and we're gonna go with the Combaticons. And as you can see, that one has a price tag up there. It looks like a
Target
J.
$3.99.
Yeah, $3.99. So, we paid like $5, but
we paid $5.
Yeah, they doubled their money.
They
Almost.
got their money.
Yeah,
yeah, that's fine. We were
About
okay
double.
to pay it.
Yeah, and then like you got this little thing right here.
Just a little edge wear.
Little edge wear. Yeah, and other than that, I mean, and you want to look at it this way too.
Relatively flat card, very little curling.
Very little. We'll go back to this side again and look at the bubble on that thing.
And that bubble is crispy.
Yeah, that's nice.
Super
Slide
clean
across.
bubble.
Yeah,
if you had to grade these two Combaticons, what are you thinking on these two?
I mean, I can only see the one you just put up. Maybe that little tag deal. I'm
little
thinking
bit of wear there.
I mean, 80 plus, maybe 85.
80 plus, maybe 85.
Yeah.
Super clean though.
Yeah. They flip this over and take a look at the back.
It's just so clean.
Yeah.
I mean,
take a look at the corners here. Get through that real quick. And back up. Yeah, very nice. All right.
and then
That was a brawl. I don't know if I said that.
if you know the bubble issues on this guy right here. I mean, I'm not saying he's got bubble issues like Hook, but he's right there with it. And this one is super clean. Absolutely, this is way better than the one I have. Way better. And I believe you guys can check me out there in TV land as always, but I believe this is the plastic chest version. All these are. I believe the metal chest is the one that had the iron-on patch that came with it right up here. But again, you can see there's a little bit right there, a little bit of card edge wear. Other than that, super glossy, super clean, good, 100% sealed, no lifting anywhere. That is such a clean vortex, and that bubble is particular.
That's about a 3D shot right there.
But yeah, all that maybe. It's the other side of it, as you can see right there. But yeah, 3 of the 4, pretty doggone good.
All right, and blast off. So again, like he was saying, like look at that shine on that. That's pretty sweet, man.
That is clean. Can you imagine the bubble issues if they'd have had that tail fin sticking up?
God.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
Forget about it.
And I can see like one little, what do they call it, a dimple right there? Call that a dimple. Can you see it in that camera?
Yeah, it's just a little edge wear. Probably fell onto another card or something.
I think I've seen another dimple along this here. Flip this like this.
So right here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, pretty common spot right there.
Yeah. And then clean, another target purchase.
Yeah, another target.
Little ding right there, if you can see that. In TV Wonderland.
That's clean blast off.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if any of these Combaticons got lower than an 80. I mean, you never know. AFA.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a roll of the dice
exactly.
every single time. You just don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, we're just guessing, and we could be. I don't think we're going to be far off. Doing this like everybody else that does AFA or one of the other ones. They know what they got, and unless we're smoking hubba bubba, as a friend would like to say, I think we're going to be pretty close to accurate on those.
We're going to jump back into Masters. We'll try to speed these up a little bit, but I'm going to set this guy down and just pan down on him. This is by far the cleanest hardhead that I have seen to date. I mean,
look at that sticker on there, man.
Child's World, Child's Palace. I mean, that's, did you have one here in the Springs?
I don't
Didn't have a
that.
Child's World. That was maybe that was an East Coast thing or a Midwest thing where they had those. But I mean, look at the gloss on the window for both Duras and for hardhead. It is so clean.
That's slick, man.
Them corners, there is just nothing wrong. No bottom edge wear to speak of. I mean, this is a very nice piece. Going back to that thin skinny tape.
Right there.
Skinny tape right there. Catch that glare. So I think it is early release. I don't know how much people care about that. Go to the back and just clean. Could use a little cleanup on it. But that
I mean, if that doesn't get an 85 or
I don't know how this one. See the other tape seal, strong. I mean, that tape seal
came out of a freaking case,
it man. Looks like case fresh to me. I'm not going to handle it anymore. This will be the next item that gets boxed up and shipped out to AFA for grading. Yeah. This one may not leave my possession after grading. Like it is the nicest.
I was actually thinking
I've
about this one
seen.
too, by the way, since you were talking about it and basically hyping it up.
I sold you on it.
Yeah.
So, well, that's what I do.
Yeah,
I
flip
sell
a coin.
toys.
Flip a coin.
I flip a coin.
Yeah.
All right. Heads I win, tails you lose. Deal.
Hey man, that's a wait. All right, let's go back to the combiner theme now. We're gonna go to the Terracons, and here's the leader, Hunger. I'll set that down. And you want to look right here, lay right along that.
Little edge wear there.
Yeah, little edge
Definitely
wear.
a little edge wear on there.
Looks like maybe a little wear up here, if you guys can see that kind of. Maybe see a little clouding. I guess that's what the term would be used.
That window is nice though.
Yeah, that window is awesome.
That window is super nice.
Yep.
Doesn't
Corners.
appear to be any yellowing on that guy.
Corners are sharp. Again, tape sealed.
Silk.
Oh, can you see that in there? The tape.
Yeah, tape. Strong tape seal.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep. Okay. Flip it around the back here. Let's show that corner right there. There's that, and just it's like kind of lifting, but it's not aware or anything like that. You can kind of see that. you know, look in the back here, and you got this little spot, like up here. Overall, like no bend.
Yeah, no bend to it. There's no flap crease on that
No
guy.
flap crease at all.
None at all. That is a clean hunger.
All right, and then go to the last corner, and again going back, looking at the tape seal.
Yeah, you got just a little bit right there. Then that's just factory on the box.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a strong tape sealed both sides. 100% Silllt.
Yeah, and then flip it one time again. I like to check out the undercarriage of these guys, because you know what ends up happening that I notice is people, when they, especially if they handle your, you know, your figures, they like to slide them across the,
Slide it right across.
yeah, and it don't matter what
on.
it's sitting on. Yeah, and so you know I've seen stuff get man-jillied because of that. So anyways, just to give you, you know, that looks nice, beautiful.
That's clean.
Yeah,
Real
it's
clean.
Yep.
So now we're going into the limbs. I'm going to start with the only one that had any significant curl in it. And you can see that end is curling up a little bit. I'm not going to have to worry about straightening it. But here we have from Computron nose cone. These are all, I think all four of these pieces were the decoy version. So we got, what is that, Grapple or is that Inferno in there?
Sure.
Yeah, it's one of those two, you know, repaints. But again, crystal clear bubble. So in the bubble, you know, maybe a little bit of dinging right there on the decoy bubble. But all in all,
Beautiful.
I mean, just shiny.
Yeah.
Shiny.
Shiny, very shiny.
Very, very shiny. Very shiny. Card back looks pretty good. Partially unpunched, if you will. I mean, we'll have to go upside down with him.
Let's see that right
But
there.
it's not completely punched out, so the tab's still there. I mean, looks good to me, you know.
Yeah.
It's a nice little nose cone.
Sick.
Nice little nose cone. I think you got his counterpart over there, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So going same thing. Again with the combiners and with the Terracons, we're gonna go with Cutthroat. Now of all the limbs, like this is probably the worst one of it, and as you can see, it's got some sticker residue right there. I mean, that's pretty easy to kind of
partial peel. We know how to take care of that though, carefully.
Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna point out the highlight that makes up for any damage this card has. Did y'all notice what decoy came with this guy?
Boom.
So you looking for sealed decoys? Well, there's purple dabs right there.
Yeah.
There's purple dabs.
Yeah. Nice bubble, beautiful bubble.
Yeah,
if you can kind of see, there's a little bit of waviness in the right there. That's probably the best look at it.
Little curling, not
yeah,
bad.
Yeah.
No veining on it though.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little wavy, but you know, once they go in that holder, once you grade them, they you know, they look like they're straight.
Yeah,
you know?
AFA does a great job of keeping everything flat in there.
Yeah, so there's this side again, and you can tell that waviness, how like it looks a little off right there in that corner.
Yeah,
you know, you turn it,
for
you
sure,
kind of see.
For sure.
You know, it's not horrible, but again, like he said, you know, with stuff we can kind of handle before you send it off, or once they put it in that acrylic, it'll straighten back out. But anyway,
moving on. All right, back to the Computron with the Technobots. We got Afterburner, TK1 Afterburner. Again, we got Miraji. Now you see him, now you don't. It's a decoy version. Super clean. This one on the card back, you know, little bit right there. I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up or not. Again, partial punch, not completely. All in all, that's a super clean G1 transformer right there. And as everything else that we've showed you for the carded figures, it is 100% Silllt. Completely Silltt. And these bubbles, dude, I cannot get over how clean these bubbles are. Like, that's
insane. Like, stuff today doesn't last.
That's
like
on limbs, mini bots. That's what kills the grades, is them bubbles.
Oh, I know.
Them bubbles are just murder.
And like he was saying, so we're gonna go back to the Terracons for, and you know, this one is Ripper Snapper for Abominus. Abominus? How you say?
Abominus.
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 Okay. So again, partially punched.
Partially punched.
And still has the little for sale. So what is that again? What place is that? Does it
Lionel.
say? Lionel. Oh
That's
yeah.
Lionel. And
Yeah.
I know you know Lionel.
Oh yeah. That's where I got some of the figures I have today. From
When Lionel went out of business.
This one's pretty flat. Little bit of raising right here. A little bit. You can't really tell on camera, but it's got a little bit. For the most part, it sits flat. Beautiful bubble. Little bit of edge wear on it, but super shiny. Flip it over on the back here, and it'll just slide it across there, so you guys can kind of take a ganders. You know, nothing significant back there. No veining. A little bit of edge wear here in the corners, but not bad. I mean, you know, for 80s, you know, that's case fresh, man.
80s. Fresh 80s.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Back to the Technobots. We got Lightspeed, TK4 Lightspeed with Jackie boy in there hanging out. Can you imagine trying to collect a sealed collection of decoys?
Yeah. You
better
not to
come
interrupt
correct.
you, but I think this is Computron both of our favorite combiners.
Yeah, full size.
Yeah.
Is Computron your favorite?
That's my favorite.
Why your favorite? I'll tell you why mine later.
Because your favorite.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah, I've always liked it. I just thought it
Little
looked cool.
damage there, but again, still not even punched all the way through. Looks like there might be a little ding right there. I didn't notice that the first time around, but you can see the little dent right there. It'll be what it'll be. Yeah, these, I just can't see these getting lower than an 80. I mean, they are so clean.
God.
And
With
again,
these bubbles, man. I mean, they should
Lionel Play World.
Yep.
Yeah, them bubbles ought to score pretty darn good on there. We'll set that guy down right here.
Okay, moving right along, and now we got blot. So again, partially punched, and you guys can see that right there, kind of. And there's the Lionel sticker. I'm gonna have to go ahead and say this person picked these up all together at Lionel Play World. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's only one thing that tells me that maybe one of them he didn't get at Lionel Play World. And we'll talk about that when you get up to your next figure.
Okay. Now I'm gonna flip this over. It's beautiful again. Beautiful bubble. Lays flat.
That's a good card.
On the back here, there's some veining down here. I can kind of feel it. I don't know if I can pick it up on camera.
Let's see what we get. Shine the shine on it.
It's,
oh yeah, right there on the tech spec.
Yeah. I saw two, so there's another.
There's one right across the tech spec right there, and then right above it, almost on the cut line.
Yeah.
Right.
Other than that,
man,
I mean, that's the only thing that's going to take away from it, you know.
Super clean,
I'll
and
take
it
one,
definitely does not shine through to the front of it, but I'll take that all day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've noticed or
back's
not, but all the decoys on those last three Terracons are either Devastator or a piece of Devastator.
Yeah.
Last figure I got to show, this is a top shelf, and it holds one of my favorite figures inside of it, and that's it right there, Perceptor. If you know, you know. Yoshi-san, appreciate you, love you. But, oh yeah, flat card, Lionel Play World, unpunched, just super, super nice at Lionel Play World. There's the sticker. I mean, there is like this little bit of edge wear right here. And I mean, it is very, very minor. On the back of the card, I mean, there is just maybe a little bit of veining right here. Very minor. That is a clean strafe right there. I had this as a child. I actually had this one.
Yeah.
So I had Lightspeed, Afterburner, Nose Cone, and Strafe. I did not get Scattershot until after these were sold at a garage sale. So I never got to see all five put together.
All right, and here's the last one that we have, and this is Center Twin. And there is a difference between this and the other cards. And if you guys know, you know. No, we'll tell you. So the other ones had the decoy. The decoy.
The free decoy. No decoy on this
decoy.
one.
So this was the earlier release. And if you guys can see, let's see if I can get that in there.
No price sticker from Lionel either.
Yeah, there's this. If you guys can see, can you see that in there? I can't make it out.
Just a little bit of crunching.
No, like over here, there's I saw it off camera.
Oh, right here,
there.
sticker wear right there.
Yep.
There's some old glue still sitting
there.
on
There it
there.
is. You can see it, guys, right there.
Yeah.
So
we know how to take care of that too.
Yep. Beautiful bubble.
100% Silllt, crystal clear bubble.
Flat, pretty much flat. You know. Show the back side now. And go along here. And you guys can look at that. Corners, no curling. A little bit of, like you can kind of feel it right here. It's a little raised a little bit, but nothing I think that will really detract. I mean,
all in all, nice piece. Yeah. Just a nice piece.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. And
that's the close-up, guys. We'll flip things around, and we'll be right back, and we'll kind of wrap it all up. Don't go nowhere. All right, guys. So you see them all up close and personal. Needless to say, pretty nice collection that we scored here. Slick.
Yeah, it was a slick.
It was tight.
Yeah.
It was dope.
It was slick. It might have been dope. It was dope.
Was it fresh?
Yeah, you could say
it wasn't rotten.
Depends on who you are.
What part of the country you stand in.
I think it's slick, man, myself.
It's slick. We're gonna go ahead and define this video as one slick Transformer collection. But I kind of got to know, out of everything that we scored, I think there's something in here that's a little special to Jeff. So why don't you tell us about it?
Yep. So it's that we showed you before, is this hunger hidden back here. So that was one of the original Transformers that I picked up back in whatever that was, 91. All the toy stores were going out of business, and I've talked about it before. But again, this was one of the original ones, and I still have it. Unfortunately, like everything else, like everybody else, we opened them up, played with them, and all that kind of stuff. So that's one of the ones, and I'm trying to get like all the original ones back.
Right, that's part of like what you're doing is everything that you originally opened, you want to get sealed and graded.
Yeah, and eventually get graded, exactly. So that one has a lot of meaning, and then Center Twin here. So, and I remember opening these up, and I pulled out the little catalog, and I saw them complete, and I'd sit there and mess with it, put the arm here, and then put the leg there, put the head on and stuff, like, what would this look like all complete? So I didn't have it till, this predates eBay and, just stores and things like that. So eventually, I did hunt them down, and I completed it. But again, that's kind of like one of my goals for especially G1s is to try to get this, everything.
So just to try to break a few hearts out there, when you first started collecting, how many sealed pieces would you say you bought that you opened?
Gosh, somewhere in the range of like 30, and that includes like MicroMasters too. And actually the only one piece I did keep sealed was Action Master Blaster. You know what I mean? And
for some reason.
I was like, I don't like these, and now I have them all. But back when I got, and I still have that one, and I haven't replaced it with a better, nicer box. It's as is, it was kind of not, I wouldn't say like, I mean, if it were graded, it'd be like probably like a 65 or 70 or so. There's no holes in it, but it's kind of bent up and stuff.
Beat up a little bit.
Yeah,
I think we ought to grade it.
Think so?
Yeah, grade it. I think we ought to put a special sticker on it. Jeff's favorite Transformer from when he was an adult.
Yeah, and so and I mean, it wasn't even just the figures. I was collecting memorabilia and stuff like that, and I just recently picked up the little stickers thing. It's sealed, and I remember like I had it for a minute. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? And I gave it to my daughter at the time, and there was Transformer stickers all over my house. I didn't care, and I was like, why'd I do that?
I didn't mind, but it was done.
Yeah. So those are like I'd say that have my heart, or those ones.
Were those?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what you guys will see.
Well, hold on a minute. You ain't getting off this fast. Nah, man. Like, so I spilled the beans, and so I need to know like what one of these or more than one that you're looking to that has your heart. I guess we'd say it like that.
Would it be cliche to say yes? All of it? Is that a cop out?
Well,
that might
be it is kind of a cop out because again, like I like all this stuff. You know what I mean? But
no. Well, I guess we'll let the cat out of the bag a little bit since I got prompted into it. What you don't see here are 5 additional pieces that are near and dear to me, and it's a complete carded and sealed and tape sealed silver bolt for Superion. So. All of them were super nice. Let's say we're shooting this video on a Sunday. We picked this collection up on a Thursday. Those 5 pieces were double boxed, wrapped in bubbles, and stamped fragile. It's Italian. Look it up. It's an Italian word. and they're on their way to grading right now. Like they didn't even see the light of day for more than about 10 minutes while they got packed up. But
what do you think they'll grade?
If anything of those 5 comes below an 80, I would be surprised and disappointed.
Yeah, they were nice.
I think there's some 85s in there, some 80s, 80 pluses. I don't think anything will grow below an 80. I mean, grade, grow, grade. Grow,
whatever
grade.
you use, whatever you want, man. It's free country.
2026, you know, any word can mean what you want it to mean. You didn't know? It's Smurfy, you know. But the reason Superion near and dear to me, I didn't have a lot of Transformers. You know, just the year I was born. You know, my folks, you know, you're not quite old enough, like for 86, 87, 85, when they were really blowing up off the market. I was still a real little kid, you know, like Tinker Toy kind of things. But my older brother, shout out Big Brother, he had a full Superion, and very rarely did he let me like play with his toys. And you know, my parents thought that I was a little bit harder on toys, and apparently they weren't wrong, because I may or may not have broken Slingshot's head off in Silverbolt's arm socket. And I remember my brother commenced to beating on me, you know, as he should have. If you break your brother's toy, he's allowed to beat on you. I think that's written
and
down.
Superion, especially,
you know,
like
and that was his favorite. You know, he loved Jets, and still does to this day. But I broke that off, and my dad, bless his heart, took pity on him, like ran down to the local Kmart or Gibson's or whatever it was that we had in our podunk little holler, and he bought him a new Slingshot. And I still remember him like heating up a pin with a lighter and, you know, popping it in the head and popping it out. So the only good like redeeming factor is now I had a headless Slingshot and my one little headless Transformer that I'm running around.
You didn't try to super glue that back on, or you did? And
no, like the head, like he melted it down and it, you know, got thrown away or whatever. Plus, you know, I was, you know, 4, so I didn't think of nothing like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, those pieces. I don't have them. I don't have those in my collection yet, but they went off and got graded. But unfortunately, to recoup some of the cost of picking this up, a lot of this I do have, so a lot of this will be sold.
Yeah.
In the near future. So you know,
or not.
We'll see. We'll see how they come back. But yeah, for me, I would just go with that whole Superion set.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Would have been nice to have Superion. Not my favorite combiner now. It's actually like full size combiner. I think the colorway on Computron is the best. That's my favorite full size combiner, but he would get decimated by Monstructor. And if you don't believe me, you're full of it. It's just that simple. But other than that, be sure to like and subscribe, you guys. We'll be dropping stuff. This is, you know, I guess, should we tell them? We'll tell them?
Let's tell them.
Yeah, this is part 1 of 3 of the stuff that we picked up from the same guy. It's just crazy that all this in this condition is still sitting out there. So.
Yeah, that just blew my mind. That was the first thing I said when we came in there and started looking at everything, and it's like, I can't believe that that people kept these Silllt. Yeah, and
Silllt.
then Silllt, guys.
Check the spelling.
That's right. And not only that, but mainly the condition. I mean, they look like they've, you know, like there's barely any age wear on any of this stuff.
No yellowing. The bubbles are all crispy.
Yeah.
No dents. You know, no flap creasing on most of it.
It was making me nervous. Just
cards are straight. It was. Oh, dude, I've never spent that much time packing up a package to go off to AFA. Yeah. Like I've never spent that much time like securing everything and making sure it was good to go.
It makes you nervous, man. I mean, some people don't give it whatever, but you know.
Well, we've seen it. Yeah. We've seen it firsthand. Yeah, that fits. We don't do that. But yeah, it was crazy to see this. So this is just a third of what's coming. We'll be sure to post videos. Yeah. This is all going to be handled at the TFL West, if you will. So if you see something you like, you know who I am. Hit me up. You know, you want to make a deal on something, let me know. I guess we'll say taking offers as it sits. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. Yeah. But come correct. We're not giving it away. Until then, guys, don't forget. I mean, this stuff is out there. So if you're looking for it and you don't want to pay eBay prices, you don't want to pay auction prices, you know.
Might get lucky. I mean, what you said took us years, you know, when we got into, I mean, we've been collecting for a long time, but I think we started getting serious about more like looking for collections and
Yeah.
buying sealed
within the last 10 years.
Yeah. And I think
10 years.
this is the first time we're like, oh, it's all dried up out there, but you know what? Be patient.
You find one or two, but to find, I mean, there's in total there's over 70 pieces in this lot that we're picking up and picked up, and I mean,
when we counted this lot all together with the Superior,
21 pieces in the lot, which was great. Shout out to you. You know who you are, who held it back for us and gave us an opportunity. We came through, we worked out a deal, mutually applicable to everybody. Haters gonna hate, but it is what it is. But yeah, keep your ear to the grindstone and just keep your eyes open. And, this doesn't just fall in our laps. Like, we are literally looking every single day, checking every website we can think of, Facebook Marketplace, everything. And, we scored on this one. We got lucky. So, worked out.
Yeah.
Timing was right on this one. So, now hopefully it just leads to more.
Yeah.
But until then, guys, as always, thanks for watching the video. Shout out to all the guys back at the bunker. We appreciate you. We couldn't do this without you. Until then, guys, we'll see you on the hunt.